Hey everybody, big hello. Today's Tuesday, May 2nd. I haven't recorded since March 25th. That doesn't seem like that long ago, does it? 25th, March 8th. Yeah, it's a whole, it's a whole month and some. Sorry about that. Oh, can you see? Let me see if I can get back here. Oliver's kind of upset with me this morning. Oliver's getting to be a much better boy because now he's not as mischievous, let's put it that way. He's maturing, but he's kind of confused today because it was raining when I got dressed, so we didn't go for our walk. We should go for a walk first thing in the morning. It's already like 9:30. I'm here in the kitchen, and I just come hell or high water. I'm doing this video today. I've been trying to do it for over a week. I keep saying it's today, and it's never today. So today it's today. Grunge day and all. Today's laundry day, so I have on these clothes because it's all that's left. I even put this shirt on inside out because the other side's probably dirty, but when I get to throw this color wash in, I just throw the shirt in and put on something that already came out of the dryer. Anyhow, I don't have a designated laundry day. Everything's haphazard. This is my retirement video. I'm Diane with the retirement video. And this is for all my retired friends and my future retired friends who can use this video as a guide as to what not to do. If you're highly organized and structured in your life, you watch this and you'll know this is what you don't want to do. But if you just want to relax and go with the flow and do whatever, this is what happens when you're retired. I'm on only my third cup of coffee. Not too bad. I've been trying to stretch it out this morning so I could have one for now. It says cocoa, but it's not. Anyhow. So let's get on with the video. Did I explain why I didn't take Oliver for a walk? Because it was raining, but now it's getting nice, so he doesn't understand it. So we'll see him kind of like hanging around, throwing toys at me, and maybe even dragging his leash over, but we'll deal with that. Let's get on with the show. Okay, I'm sitting in the kitchen. Well, I hope I'm not, no, I shouldn't be backlit. The door's there, the sliding door's there. That's where the light's coming in. And it's not really sunny out. It's not gray either, but it's overcast. Okay, I'm gonna start with the knitting. I don't have anything except the ranunculus, which I started knitting way back in March or earlier. Haven't done much with it. I was knitting on it last night so that I was trying to separate for the sleeves so that I could at least show you something to refresh your memory. Sort of kind of looks like that, but I'm making short sleeves. The pictures are quite varied. You can make the long sleeve really baggy. This one might not be as baggy with short sleeves. I think I'm kind of going for that middle one. And then there's this one, which is what? Oh, a little shorter perhaps. You can use any yarn. You can do anything you want to do with it. If you look it up, you'll see. Oh, let me tell you. It's by Midori House, I think. No, Knit Cafe Midori, and done by, where's her name? I knew her. Oh, no. Midori. Did I say Midori House? It's Midori Hiroshi. I don't know. Knit Cafe Midori Hiroshi. Yeah. Okay. So anyway. Oh no, I dropped my oil. I'll get that in a minute. Oliver, leave it alone. Play with this. Okay. Here's what's going on. This is as far as I've gotten. I don't have very much to show. I'm using denim color in Barocco Remix Light. This is the yarn I use to make my derecho that I wear and that you've seen many times because I wear it a lot. This is the, let's see, where's the back? So this is the center back right here. So this would be the front, if you can imagine that. That's gonna go like this, okay? And now where I'm at is I am doing what they call a flexible bind off for the first sleeve. I was gonna like get these sleeves bound off so that I could show you how it's going to look. Well, there's, if I can do this, there's the back. This is the back, so this is the front. So this will go, well, my needle's not quite long, oh, and it's upside down. So it'll go like this. As I said, not much to see, but the sleeves are going to be, I'm at the point where I'm separating for the sleeves and I'll be working on the front and back. And I'm using yarn left over from my dry shawl. I gotta pick up the balls. Let's see, here's one. Oliver, look at me. Okay, you don't have it. There's another ball around here. I have one ball that's this size right now. And I have another one this size. And that's all this, what I had left over from my from the second skein of my first sweater. And then I have a whole full skein in addition to those two little tiny balls. There's another tiny ball around here, which, let's see if I can see it. Because if it stays on the floor, Oliver, can I look in your mouth? Do you have it? Do you have it? No. Okay. Well, it's not in his mouth. I'm forever dropping stitch markers. There's a little tiny ball of yarn on here. Anyhow, that's the knitting. If you came for knitting, I'm done. Unfortunately. Okay, so a lot of stuff has been going on. Life stuff and house stuff and decluttering and cleaning for spring. Some outdoor stuff. As a matter of fact, I was just out with the dog and I found that it's time for me to plant in front. I do some, my perennials are coming up and I do just a few annuals. I have a little tiny patch in the front. I don't garden like I used to when I lived in my house. But what I've been really busy with is I picked up a couple of vintage sewing machines and I want to give you a little peek at those now. So here we are at the machine. This, I didn't even tell you, I picked up a couple of vintage machines. These are machines like I've never had before. I put a little snippet on Facebook, so if you follow me on Facebook, you may have seen that I showed them slightly. Let's see if I can make my camera move a little. All right. Okay, so, uh-oh, the sun's starting to come out. This guy's gonna wanna go for his walk. Anyway, it's very warm. Anyhow, here's the first one. Let me tell you about it. Let me zoom in on it, see if we can get a better look. Lift it up. Let's go down at it. And there it is. All right, that is the White Sewing Machine Company. Now, I don't know how this is going to show up on camera, but I got this little light on it. I want to show off the greenness. Can you see how green that is? Like right there. It is a green machine. It is so cool. I don't know if I can pull this over to show you color. It's so cool. It's green. When I saw that it was green, I nearly flipped. Now, what's different about this machine, I'll tell you, is that all my other vintage machines are belt-driven. This machine is not belt-driven, and I never had a non-belt-driven machine. This is driven with a pulley. It's called friction, a friction drive. And as the wheel, which turns away from you, which is the opposite of all the Singers and all the other machines with belts, have the wheel coming towards you. These rotary machines with the friction drive, just a little rubber wheel here, which was all worn out, but I can buy these. This is a brand new part. It's nice and clean. It's a brand new wheel. That's another thing. That's what I did. I went through all the machine, cleaned it, oiled it, there wasn't anything that needed actual repair. It worked. It needed a lot of adjustment, but I replaced this part. I replaced this, although let me explain. Let me turn this off. This piece right here, this is the original plug, but this is brand new wiring. And this was set up to be put into a cabinet and work with a hip, a knee lever. A lot of even modern machines have the knee mechanism to run the machine. Well, this one had a knee lever, but it was kind of convertible because it was also a foot press because the mechanism was on a foot pedal. But the wiring, this is from the 40s. It's in wonderful condition for the 40s, but I never trust the wiring. So what I did was I bought a brand new foot pedal and wire. And it came with a three-prong plug. The way this machine is set up with these 3 prongs. However, these don't stay in real well because they're set up with little metal conductors, well, not conductors, but they would conduct electricity to those prongs and make the machine run. What I learned, this is all stuff I just learned. I took the old cover off, as you can see, this is the old one, and this is made of Bakelite. This is Bakelite. It's cool. It's old and it's Bakelite, and rather than use the new one, I used the old one, and we took, like, I stripped the wires and wrapped the wires into those connectors or whatever. So anyhow, now it's all newly wired and I don't have to worry about it firing up or being too hot, or having bare spots in the wiring. So anyhow, I did that. What else did I do? Did I do anything else to it? No, other than cleaning it. I had to change the presser foot because it didn't have the correct presser foot. The reason I could tell that is because I couldn't get the presser foot off. So it's kind of advanced because it has, you can change the size. Machines don't do this these days. You can change the size of the reverse stitches, and you can change the size of the regular stitches and the reverse stitches. And this goes in reverse. Pricking it down makes it go in reverse, and letting it go back up, it is a straight stitch, which is kind of like the opposite. Most of my machines go reverse at the top, but you adapt. You learn pretty quickly. So it cleaned up really nicely. It comes in a case, carry case. Let's see if I can show it. That brown one right there is the carry case. I haven't worked on that handle. You can see the handle is just a piece of wire that somebody rigged up, but it works and it's very strong. It's not gonna let go, and it's nice and clean in the inside, so it's nice to have a carry case because I want to take this one with me when I do my Sunday quilting. This Sunday actually I'll be going quilting. So let's see if I can get back in here. I'm going to let you listen to it run. I hope I'm not going to block. Let's see if I'm sewing here. No, I think you'll be able to see it. Okay, I'm just putting some blocks together for this quilt I'm making that I've been making forever. This was the March quilt with Pat Sloan. I've got half of it done. This is the other half. It's 36 blocks. I got 18 done. This 18 I'm working on now. But again, I haven't been sewing that much. I've been doing all different kinds of things. Sorry, I'm drifting here. I'm watching my dog. What are you doing, Oliver? Get out of there. Okay. So let me hear you. Let's see if you can hear this machine in action. It's really pretty cool. Can go pretty quickly, so that's always good for piecing. So that's this one. Now I'll show you the next one. I forgot to say, I found that machine on Facebook Marketplace, and I found this machine on Facebook Marketplace as well. That one was sold as a portable in the case. Said working. It did work, but I had to do a lot of adjustments. And they had it on sale. They had put it up for $50. I called, but they had other people going to see it, so I was like the last of the line to go see it. They reduced the price to $45. Still people were not buying it, so I was like the last one, and they texted me and said, well, nobody's bought it yet and a lot of people haven't shown up. You want to come and look at it? And I said yes. So I went, and I said, Facebook Marketplace, you don't go in anybody's house. Sometimes you can work from the garage and there's plugs, or, test it just to even see if it runs. People can tell you, but, she seemed like a trusting person. She told me it ran. She told me about it. She had an aunt who was a quilter, and she tested it and said it was good. So I took her word for it. And I said, so you're asking $45? And she said, no, I'm putting it on sale again. You can have it for $40. I was so thrilled. So I said, I'll take it for $40 because it's an amazing machine. And I'm finding that they're coming into trend now. I don't know if it's because everybody's filled up on their singers and wants something different, or if it's just the scarcity of what's around, or because it's such a fantastic machine. That one's made by the White Sewing Machine, well, the White Company, and it sews such straight stitches, and it's just very good. It just goes and goes, and it can go pretty quick. I didn't show you how fast that one goes. Okay, now along with those white machines, there's other, they call them rotary machines, that are very similar. They don't have the belt, they have the friction run motor, and they were made, well, they have the name Domestic, Kenmore, seamstress, dressmaker. There's a few names. They're all quite similar. Now, I didn't show you on that other machine, but they do not thread in the traditional manner that you're used to where you go through a tension gauge that's round and has a spring. It has a tension gauge that has a spring, but it looks totally different. I'll show it to you on this one because they're both similar. I have another one here. I bought this one from Facebook Marketplace as well. It was being sold cabinet, just for the cabinet. A person was using this just for the sewing machine cabinet. All right, I'm gonna get up and give you a better look at the cabinet. Just a second. Okay, so here we are. This one was sold cabinet, just for the cabinet. It was $15 for this. The woman had bought it a long time ago, and she's been using it for 3 or 4 years. She said, as just a side table, which is why you can see there's a lot of wear on top. And this could be easily refinished, and you can see the wood beneath would look very nice. But I don't even know if I might refinish it because I wouldn't touch the front. The front looks pretty darn nice, and the sides are good, and the back is good. All the other pieces of it's just the front. A little bit of wear right here, but no big deal. So that's the front. This one also had the knee lift right in through here. This one's just about done. I've replaced it to have a foot pedal as well. Here is the cord for it. I got it detached, but again, the original Bakelite. Actually, this one came off that white machine, and this was, and I switched them inadvertently. I can just put this on the white, but I have them switched out right now. As you can see, it's that 3-prong, a little different. Okay, so this one's not threaded right now so that I could close it up. I want to show you, the reason I wanted this one for $15 was because she said at one time the machine lifted right up as you open the top, but it didn't work anymore. Well, that's a pretty simple fix. So I wanted to put this machine into that cabinet and just thought that this machine wouldn't work and I could dump or scrap the one that's in here. Well, come to find out, this didn't work, but I got laid down under it and figured out what I needed to do, and it was a real simple fix. They had lost this little bolt. That little bolt holds the machine to the top, and the top is what lifts up through this. This is a steel cable that's embedded into the table there. This has a few scratches over the years. This one too is 40 years old. I don't know if you can tell, but this one's cocoa brown, not black. It's cocoa brown. Let's see if you can see that. It's just glare, huh? Yeah, you can't tell, but that color is cocoa. Maybe on the side here. Can you tell? Right there. It's actually a cocoa, and it's that textured, it's a textured metal. I can't get a real good color for you, but anyway, that's how this one works. Let's turn, oh, I gotta plug it back in. Let's put this here. Let's plug it in, get it working. I'm gonna show you how this one threads because it's interesting. For all you sewers, it's interesting. Or people who like vintage machines. For knitters, this is not interesting, and I'm sure you left long ago. See this stuff? See the? Can you see the little dots all over? They call that pin rash. So many pins. A lot of times machines have pin rash up here because people put a little piece of felt and then they leave their pins here. But when you do get. Oh, look who's here. What are you looking for? Are you here to see me for something? Are you wanting to go for a walk outside? Whoa, can you twist your head any further? A walk outside? Oh my goodness. After I finish the video, if it's not raining, we'll go outside. Yeah, but let me finish the video. You go lay down for a while, okay? Thank you. He's getting so much better. He's starting to be a normal dog, if there is such a thing. Okay, so this is the domestic. As you can see, the domestic sewing machine company, and it pretty much runs the same way. The bobbin filler here, it's got reverse and forward, but it doesn't have as many selections. You can't select the size of the reverse stitch. This is a tension gauge, but I'm going to put this camera back on the stand on the tripod so I can show you how this threads, because this is where you usually see the tension discs and the little spring that you have to come up and go back. Well, it threads. This is actually the tension mechanism right here, and I said, oh my God, what am I going to do? But luckily online you can go to places and you can find the manuals. It costs $4.99 on Etsy, and it's for model 151. And as you can see, the model number is, let's see if I can show it to you. Can you see that? 151.X1996. So, and it's the right book, because I checked it all out and learned how to thread it. So let me put this on the tripod and I'll show you how that works. Okay, so after you thread it through the top, you bring it down, you push it through here. Let's see if I can hold it. Can you see this? Yeah, you're going to push it away from you and then towards you. And as you do that, it gets in the spring. Can you see that? Can you see the little spring going up and down? So that's the tension spring. Okay, so then you bring, let me get back off a little, show you the rest of this. Then you bring the wheel up to the highest point so that this take-up lever is at the highest point. Again, always pushing away from you. And you can slip this through here, just like that, and that comes down here, goes through one thread guide that's way at the bottom, and it looks like you'd think you'd have to thread it through, but you can slip it in if you do this. I don't know if I'll be able to show you. You can slip it right through that. But you know what I'll do for time's sake? Can I find scissors? No, I'm no scissors, so let me just do this again. I think I have my glasses on, and that's not helping me out. There we go. You have to get it from the back to the front to get it through that last little loop. And then I have to get a pair of scissors so that I can cut the thread. It takes regular size needles that you can buy in the store today. And this one threads left to right. No automatic threader like the new machines. You notice I wet my finger to make the thread a little more stiff so that it'll go through the hole. But what I found out is you can't do that on the new machines. The pneumatic ones, like the sergers that thread automatically by air, you don't want to do that because if you wet the thread, I don't know if this can be really true, but I heard that you wet the thread and it gets those little pneumatic tubes that the thread goes through rusty. I don't even think they're actually metal, they're probably plastic. Alrighty, now it's threaded. Here's something cute to notice. See the little plate here? This is what they call the t-shirt plate. Isn't that cute? It looks like a little t-shirt. The bobbin goes in there, rotary style. And I have to press this in to get that in. There we go. Let me let you hear this one. Piece of fabric. I think I left all my stuff at my other station. Here's something. Here's something that we can use. All right. Press up. These old machines and also new machines. What's a good idea is when you're going to be sewing, always start with your needle in the fabric. If you start with your needle down, it stops you from having those bird nests under your fabric when you're sewing. Okay, this one has a nicer sound than the other one. Isn't that just great? And it's, oh, the motor's nice. Oh, the other things that I did to both of these is I cleaned the, there are two brushes, they're called brushes. And I cleaned those with alcohol, put them back in because they stay on that, I don't know if it's a drive shaft. There's a shaft inside the motor that those two things rub on to make things turn and to stay good. And there's two lubricating pins on the bottom that you open up, and there are wicks inside a spring, and that's the only place you put grease on one of these machines. Both the motors are the same. I did the same thing to each machine. I replaced that rubber pulley. I greased the motor. I cleaned the brushes in the motor. I replaced the wiring. I readjusted the tension. I figured out how to thread these, which is kind of crazy, but I think this one just sounds so lovely that I bought this one for $15 because she just wanted to get rid of the cabinet. She didn't even know if the machine worked. The machine pops up so easily, and it sounds even better than the white. I love the white because it's green. I like this one because it's brown, but I love the way this one sounds, and I will piece quilts on this one probably. I don't know where I'm going to put it because if you look around my kitchen, I have this machine, I have that machine which has to go downstairs. I have my, what else do I have here? Whoa, that's the ceiling. That's not what I wanted to show you. I have, yeah, there's my serger. My serger's going downstairs. My Elna's going downstairs. That's my other brother that just is a sewing, but it's got a wide throat, so that can quilt, you know, free motion quilting, domestic style. So there's 3 right there. This is 4. That's 5. And this is 6. 6 in the kitchen right now. This is my everyday sewing machine, my Bernina 790. This is it. This is, I don't know. I don't really have favorites. Nope, I got another one back there. In back of the case for the white is the featherweight. And then downstairs I have the rest of my machines. I have the long arm. I have the other brother that's the machine embroidery, as well as this does machine embroidery. And I've got a baby lock that I carry around with me when I carry my machines out. and I have a Singer 401, and I have a Singer 15, I believe, and I have a New Home. I already said I have my long arm. There's a couple more. What else is set up? That's about the ones that are set up. And then there's about 3 or 4 that are just in their storage boxes. They're portables. So, that's the story. That's actually, I should turn around. That's about it. My glasses. I need my glasses. I can't see close, but I need this for seeing further away. So that's what I've been up to. I've been really into these machines, and the other thing I got back into is card stamping. I did a little, not last weekend, the weekend before, I did a seminar that started on Friday night and went all day Saturday. It was very inexpensive, and it was stamping all day. And oh man, I really love stamping and cutting and making cards, and I had some cards to make, so I've been doing that. As a matter of fact, the new Stampin' Up! Catalog came live today, so I've been watching Stampin' Up! Videos all this morning. And what else? Well, last weekend was, 2 weekends ago I did the stamping. Last weekend we were supposed to go to the Espresso Knitters group that I'm with. We're supposed to go to Connecticut Sheep and Wool, but it was pouring rain, and it was also local yarn store day, so the group of us got to, we got together at one of the shops. Some people drove together, some people met up, and we went to Three Bags Full in Plainville, Mass. And from there we went over to East Greenwich and went to Skein Yarn Shop, and we ate lunch there. And then some of the folks went to Mermaid's Pearl. I think Donna had gone off earlier to the new yarn shop that I can't remember. Oh, Stitch Supply. It used to be Knit One, Quilt Two. So that's basically what's been going on. Knitting, stamping, sewing, revamping machines, and decluttering. Oh, so that's it. I hope to be broadcasting a little more often. See you soon. Enjoy whatever you do in your retirement, especially if you're a maker. See you later. Bye-bye now.